South Africa is now the leading powerhouse of African business in all spheres of industry. And here is where the heart of the African entrepreneur beats. And its goal is simple: to help realize opportunities for all Africans across the continent by enhancing and empowering a strong entrepreneurial spirit. Launched in 2009, African Entrepreneur is founded on cultivating a culture of Africans taking charge, rolling up our sleeves, grasping opportunities, and realizing that our own business destiny lies in our very own hands. In this way, we as Africa can control our success and thrive, not only as individuals, but as importantly, as a strong business nation and continent. So how does African Entrepreneur help us achieve this?
One of our greatest challenges in South Africa automatically is unemployment, which is the same like all over the world, but I'm sure from our side we've got to look in terms of how to tackle it. And from the African Entrepreneur platform, we were fully convinced and we believe that the spirit of entrepreneurship can be able to address this particular challenge that is actually putting our people down. And beyond that, we think it's very much important that we must actually support this particular spirit throughout. We have a lot of young men and women out there who've got great ideas, who've got the passion, and we want to ensure that we support them to turn these particular ideas into reality. Surely for us to do it, we need a lot of stakeholders, ranging from the academic sector to companies to the entrepreneurs who have actually made it, to ensure that we can actually be able to have a pool of information. We should actually be able to have a business knowledge platform that will actually support these particular ideas. And in addition to that, we've actually designed programs that will actually be very important to support these particular ideas. For example, we do have a program on the life entrepreneurship that looks basically in terms of entrepreneurship as a career, because entrepreneurship is about your life. The second one, which is quite very critical and which supports the vision, is the design thinking. How do you make it a point that you structure the way of getting to that particular vision? And that's what we put together in terms of assisting our entrepreneurs. Now, talking about the vision of the African entrepreneur, we see entrepreneurs playing a very important role within their communities. Through their actions, through their risk-taking kind of efforts, they supply communities with the goods and services as required. But in that particular process, what they do, they create employment, which is our biggest challenge. Now, what we'll have to see in the 10 years or so to come, we'll have to see an environment where the communities will cherish and respect the life of an entrepreneur. What do they contribute towards the upliftment of their communities? Now, what we promise, or what our mission is as African Entrepreneur, as a program that has got all these different stakeholders and the people who are working full-time within this particular program, we say we'll create a knowledge hub that will actually be able to support our entrepreneurs in terms of what content do they need to run their businesses successfully. Secondly, we'll create a networking hub where our entrepreneurs will actually be able to learn from other entrepreneurs who have actually succeeded. They will share their experiences and they'll be able to share the same elements. And that's why we say it's a membership-based platform or program. Now, talking about the benefits for the membership, for the members within this particular African Entrepreneur program, we have very exciting offerings for our members. Number one, we have our quarterly publication, which is both printed and digital. And we'll make it a point that all the knowledge that we're talking about, all the experiences, the case studies that we have, will be shared through this particular publication. And all our members will actually be able to get a copy of this, and they can choose whether they want digital or they want a printed copy. Number two, we do have monthly seminars which are industry specific, or secondly, they can actually be seminars which are looking into issues of entrepreneurship as discussed before in terms of the programs that we have. And all our members will actually be invited to participate in this particular seminars. Number 3, we have annual conferences like the entrepreneurship conference. All our members will actually be invited to participate in that particular entrepreneurship conferences, where we'll discuss the challenges that we face as entrepreneurs, and as well look into the opportunities and how to tackle some of the problems that are actually right in front of us. Number 4, we've got a social media website which will on a regular basis share all the content that has been discussed at the seminars, at the conferences, and any other papers that have been contributed by some of our stakeholders. And as a member, you'll actually be able to access that kind of a content. And number 5, we organize in business excursions in terms of exhibitions anywhere in the world where our members can actually be able to travel and participate in those kind of exhibitions. And that not only exposes you to what other people are doing as well, but you do have an opportunity to interact with them and know from them in terms of what have they done to be successful. How do they actually reach their markets? How do they communicate? How do they develop their brands? And these are the 5 major promises or 5 major benefits that we intend to give our members, and many more will come automatically with the interactions with various stakeholders to ensure that we do have powerful entrepreneurial spirit. Entrepreneurship is a very exciting journey of life, and it's a journey that I think would like to get more people to join us towards the vision of where communities will cherish and will celebrate the success of this particular entrepreneurial journey. We think from African entrepreneur, our time is now as Africans. And we need to roll up our sleeves and to avoid remote control operations. And in this way, we'll actually be able to control our destiny. And by controlling our destiny, we'll be able to retain our sovereignty. And in addition to that, we'll be able to survive and excel as a resource-rich nation. Thank you. City of stars, city of stars, city of stars.